Subway Surfers. You know the game. You're like a little dude who has to go between train tracks and try not to get crushed and killed. It's a little morbid, actually. But how well do you really remember Subway Surfers? That's the question I want to answer today by trying to recreate Subway Surfers entirely from memory. No internet, no reference images, no Twitch chat, just my head. Whatever is in this thing. I'm also going to be making the entire game on this iPad because Subway Surfers was originally a mobile game, so it just feels fitting. I don't know. Enjoy the video and smack that subscribe button if you like it. Ow. This is my brand new game development studio, this used iPad. So we have HyperPad, which is a game development app. We have Procreate, which is a drawing app to create all of the art we need for Subway Surfers. And we have a timer because I am giving myself only 2 hours to recreate Subway Surfers entirely from memory. As soon as I press this button, the challenge will officially begin in 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go! Okay, the clock is ticking. On my iPad, we have to start off by making a list of all of the art assets that we need before we start building the actual game. So another little tool I got for this video is going to make this game a lot cooler. The Apple Pencil. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, it's working, it's working. I can use the pencil to draw on my iPad, so now my art won't look ugly. I'm gonna make a list of all of the art assets in Subway Surfers that we are going to need to recreate. So, first of all, we need the player, Jake. He is the main character in Subway Surfers. Overall, just a really cool looking guy. All right, so we need the cop. He's really large. That's really about it. Okay, we need railroad tracks. And then we need coins that you can collect. And then we need, there are those like weird like gate things that you can like jump over. I don't know what they're called. And I'm pretty sure this is all of the art that we need to recreate. So it's time to actually do it. Let's see how much time we have. Oh, okay, we still have 1 hour and 55 minutes. We are on good pace. So now we're going to open Procreate, which is probably the best app for drawing on an iPad. This is like what professional artists use, which is exactly like me. I'm a professional artist too. So new canvas. We're gonna start off with Jake. I think the best way to accurately recreate recreate Jake is to use me as a reference image. So thankfully we have an iPad with a camera on it, so we can just, hey guys, what's up? Ew, I look actually very ugly on this camera. So let's just smile. Perfect. This will be our reference image for recreating Jake. Okay, it's time to draw Jake. Tell me this doesn't look like Jake from Subway Surfers. And if I remember correctly, his hat is red and then his hoodie is gray. He's beautiful. He's actually beautiful. And there we go. We have Jake. And with that, our first asset is complete for our Subway Surfers recreation. I feel like this does look pretty close to the original. Now we need to make the cop. I remember he has like a big bushy mustache. I don't think he had eyes. I think his eyes were like covered up by like his hat. And then his body is very round and he has like a police officer uniform. Aha, tell me this does not look like the Subway Surfers police officer. Bro looks like an Oreo. Guys. All right, I think our police officer is complete. I think these two characters are good to go. Now that Jake and the cop are complete, I think before we move on to drawing the rest of these, we should start prototyping our actual gameplay because it's definitely going to take a while. So this is HyperPad, which is a game development tool for iPad, and it's actually really easy to use. I haven't really touched it too much. I'm gonna check on time too. I'm a little worried. Okay, we've only used 30 minutes. That's kind of bad when you consider that we've only drawn 2 sprites, but I feel like we can make it work. So the way this works is you can import assets, and we have them down here in our assets. So you can just drag them into the scene, and we have them in game. So if I go and play at the top, we have Jake in a game, but he doesn't do anything yet. And what I'm going to do is make Jake move. So HyperPad is actually really cool because you can literally just drag in things that say like make the player jump. If you drag this in here, the player can just jump with a button. My favorite is tilt control. So if I just drag this and I press play, when I tilt my iPad, he's moving around. But the way Subway Surfers works is there's 3 railroad tracks that you can like jump between by like swiping across your screen. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scroll down here and there is a swipe gesture that I can just drag here. And you can basically say, when you swipe right, we can move Jake by 10. again. So now what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to test it out. And now when I swipe right, Jake should move to the right. Just like in Subway Surfers. Let's go. So now I'm going to go back here and I'm gonna do the same thing for swiping to the left. So now with literally 4 blocks of code, we have full Subway Surfer controls. Now let's get the police officer into the game. Oh, he's kind of massive. And for now, I'll just put him down here. You can kind of see his looming head down there waiting to catch you. The game is coming along pretty well, but we need the rest of our assets. So it is time to go back to our list and move on to the background. Check our time. Okay, we have 1 hour and 22 minutes left. I feel like we're on good pace now because I feel like we have a pretty good prototype of the game. I mean, there's no coins or obstacles or score, but we got this. So I am going to start illustrating the background. I feel like we need 3 railroad tracks. There we go. Okay. I feel like I need to figure out how to draw a straight line. Okay, tell me this doesn't look like a railroad. Actually, don't tell me that, please. I'm getting the hang of this, though. Let's make some wooden railroad tracks. Guys, I know I'm not coloring inside the lines, but I am on a time crunch, you have to understand. We have an hour and a half, so I can't spend that much time making this perfect. There we go, okay. And I'm going to duplicate these and have 3 lanes of railroad tracks, just like in the original Subway Surfers. This is starting to look like Subway Surfers, if you ask me. And then beneath the track, I feel like it's just kind of like gravel, if that makes sense. This looks like a pretty good background for Subway Surfers. So I'm going to export this as a PNG and bring it into our game. We drew the background. How much time did that take us? Okay, that took a lot more time than it should have, but we're fine. Look, we still have over an hour to draw the coins, implement a coin collecting system, make a high score system, add hazards, draw the hazards, make it so the game restarts on collision with hazards. All right, enough of this. Perfect. And then I think I can just send it to the back. And now it's behind the player. This should look like Subway Surfers. Okay, wait. Oh, this is starting to feel like Subway Surfers, if you ask me. I feel like I can just hear the game in my ear as I'm playing this. Do 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Now that the background's in game, I think we should get to the next thing on our list, which are coins. Coins should be pretty easy to draw and not too bad to implement in the game, but I guess we'll find out. So I'm going to go back into Procreate. Let's make a little coin. Just so you guys know, HyperPad is sponsoring this video, but I'm glad Procreate is not sponsoring this video because I do not know how to use Procreate. All right, we have a coin. If I remember correctly, the Subway Surfer coins are yellow. All right, there we go. It's pretty simple, but I'm pretty sure this is how they look in Subway Surfers. And okay, it looks a lot uglier when it's this zoomed in. All right, so now adding coins is actually super easy. Now if I drag this in, I'm going to make this coin a lot smaller. Now we have a coin. Wait, how much time do we have left? First of all, we have crossed the hour mark, which means we are halfway done. And I feel like we have maybe more than halfway to go, but we'll see what happens. It is time to lock in. All right, so we have a coin, and it's actually really easy to add a coin collection system in HyperPad. So you can do a collision event with any object that has the coin tag. And if that happens, you say destroy object, and then you can, let's just say add to score, and then set label. There we go. So we have this little flowchart sequence of events that's going to run once you collect a coin. Let's just try it out. Oh, okay. A few issues. First of all, when you touch the player, the coin doesn't get destroyed. Oh, I don't think the tag is selected. That might be why. No, that's not why. How do you do this? Interactive tutorial. Perfect. Okay. HyperPad has an awesome interactive tutorial for anyone who's just getting started with it, which has a section where they show you how to make coins. So I'm going to go ahead and follow this really quick. I'm kind of speedrunning this tutorial, but it is a pretty good overview of how to use this. There we go. There we go. Just show me how to add coins. Please. Yes, coins. Okay. This is what we need. Thankfully, HyperPad has lots of tutorials, which makes it super easy whenever you get stuck. Okay, I think I get it now. I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit the tutorial, which Might be a risky move, but I think I understand how to add coins now. First of all, I'm really worried about time. 46 minutes. Okay. I need to get coins in here. Okay. Now, I feel like we should be able to collect a coin. Let's see what happens. Please work. Yes, it works. Look at the top left. We now have 1 coin. The coin that we collected now shows up in our coin count. Oh, I was worried that we were not going to be able to figure this out. Okay. See, guys, that's how easy Hyperpad is. So you should check it out with the link in the description. So now what I'm going to do, I think we need to make the coins kind of like randomly spawn, if that makes sense. So you have to go and collect the coins. Let's look at our timer and try not to freak out. All right, 40 minutes. We got this. Let me lock in really quick. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it set the coins. Instead of just 1 coin being on the screen and when it touches you, it gets deleted, we need coins to kind of always be spawning. So I think what I'm gonna probably do is I want to make a new object that's just like an empty object maybe. And then this empty object is going to be our coin spawner. Spawn object though, perfect. And then spawn on point. So you can choose the point where objects spawn. Now, my hand is sweating. My hand is sweating under this iPad right now. This is terrifying because we are running out of time. All right, now, in theory, I don't know how often this code is gonna run. Maybe there's like a timer thing you can do somewhere. But for now, let's see if this coin spawner spawns coins. I don't know. I think it might work. It might only run once is the problem. But we have the right idea, which is the most important part. Okay. So this should just loop endlessly. Well, let's see if it works though. Thankfully, there is a Hyperpad forum where you can get help whenever you get stuck on something. I have a solution that I think will work fine for this. Okay, what I'm gonna do, okay, this is not that bad. If I go back, if I delete this coin. Why is it spawning so many coins? I don't get why it's spawning more. Guys, we are gonna figure this out. We are going to. Okay, this should finally work for spawning the coins, but let's see. All right. Wait, yes, finally you can collect coins. This game is actually working. Okay. Oh my god, that took a long time, but we figured it out. How much time do we have left? 24 minutes. We can do this. We can do this. I promise we can do this. Coins are completed, but we have no hazards. There's no way to lose in our Subway Surfers recreation, and we have less than 20 minutes. So let's just go. Let's add the most important thing. We probably don't have time for bushes, for gates, but let's focus on the trains because that's kind of the point of Subway Surfers. All right, so I'm gonna go into Procreate and we're going to draw a train. And in theory, the logic should be very similar to the logic for coins. So I'm not super worried, but I'm a little bit worried. What does a train look like? It's not yellow, that's for sure. Okay, we have train. I actually don't know what a train looks like from the top. They have wheels, I'm pretty sure. You know what? This train is good enough. I don't care. I do not care. We have less than 20 minutes, guys. We actually are so screwed. I don't know if this looks like a train. Now let's go back into Hyperpad. Let's drag our train in. If you touch a train, your score gets set to 0. 0. Now our train should do the thing that the, Oh, okay, we have trains that you have to avoid. Okay, now, is there a way to just make it so that when you touch the train, the game ends? Okay, it's kind of, like, difficult. Maybe the train can be a bit slower than the other ones. But anyway, so now the train, what I want to do is, if you touch the train, you die. So, you can restart scene. This might be the easiest thing in the world. Okay, so if you do this, the scene will restart now. Okay, no, not quite. Don't lose hope yet. Will the scene restart now? Yes! You can get run over and murdered by trains now. Yes, yes. I've never been more happy in my entire life. Oh my god, yeah. Okay. We have a working game. I'm not even gonna check the time. We have 10 minutes. That is perfect. It is not Subway Surfers without its iconic soundtrack. So I think we have just enough time to create our own cover of the Subway Surfers theme song. I think there's like GarageBand, but I don't have the time to figure out how to use GarageBand. So I'm just gonna record all of these in voice memos because let's just say I'm a bit of an expert when it comes to singing. So it is time to create our own cover of the Subway Surfers theme song. Do 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 bum 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 bum. Tell me I am not a professional music creator. We have 6 minutes, so let's just hope for the best. It works! Perfect! Okay, and with that, I think we did pretty good for 2 hours. But now, it is time to see how our recreation of Subway Surfers actually compares to the original game. Maybe it's even better. I don't know. So first we have Jake, and I think we did a pretty good job. I mean, he looks just as handsome, in my opinion. So I think this one turned out pretty good. Now for the policeman, oh, okay, the color. The color is definitely off here, but the shape is spot on. I mean, just look at that. I think we did pretty good here. All right, we have the background, which is pretty hard to mess up. I think we did good. Also, our tracks go under the wood, which means if a train actually tried to ride on our tracks, it would derail and crash, and all the passengers would die. But besides that minor little detail, we did pretty good here. All right, I mean, the train, ours is a little less detailed, but it's kind of the same shape. I mean, it's a rectangle. Now it is time to see how our gameplay measures up to the actual Subway Surfers. What even, this does not look how I remembered it. They really changed Subway Surfers a bit. So you can jump in Subway Surfers. That's something we missed. You can duck also. That's a little thing we may have overlooked a bit. But we have the general idea, don't we? You can, oh, we definitely don't have hoverboards or letters. Just a few little things we missed, like, but we have the core gameplay, you know? We have the core gameplay. It can't be that much worse. Let's check out our game now. Look, it's the same general idea. It might be missing a few things, but okay, yeah, I'm just gonna retire as a game developer. If you think you can make a better game than this, check out HyperPad with the link in the description. It's the tool behind many hit App Store games, but is also perfect for beginners with no coding required. And all you need is an iPad. Go download it now!